Episode 3438. You can't stay here.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready for a brand new week? It's a brand new day. So come on, get that smile, not just on your face, but in your heart. Because guess what? You can't stay here. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, I hope you are ready for something extraordinary because you know what? There is something amazing about to happen. And you're like, wait, what? Do you have news that I don't know about? Yeah, because I'm talking about you. You were created for more, my friend, and I want you to rise up. I want you to take a look because here in just a few days, we are downhill the last 6 months of 2024. And I don't want you to look back in or around kind of Thanksgiving and be like, gosh, I wish I would have. Fill in the blank. We've been down that road too many times. And I think as we age, because we're always aging, right? We're born and we age. We're actually conceived and we start aging. It truly is just unfair. But because we're always aging, I think it gives us that opportunity to see what we can do differently, to understand where we are right now and where we can go. Because change is a constant, and we're always changing as a human being. And I think if you're listening here today, it's not by accident. It's not because you're like, oh, well, I just thought I would tune into this crazy woman that I've been listening to for like 2 times, or maybe you've been listening for like 10 years. I just want you to know I appreciate you, and I hear you, and I see you. And I want you to go out and impact the world that you touch in only the way that you can. I can't impact the world like you can. It's your touch, it's your manners, it's your tone, it's you. And sometimes we can get all caught up in the roadblocks of life. Because in a world, right, we've got limitations. And a lot of times it just feels like construction zones. It's roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And it's easy to get caught up in what we can't do. The endless list of you can't go there or you can't achieve that can cloud our vision. But you can't stay here. You can't stay here, my friend. Let me ask you this. Where are you right now? Now, I'm not saying are you running on a treadmill? Are you taking the kids somewhere to their activities? Maybe you're cooking dinner. I'm not asking that part. Where are you right now mentally? Where are your dreams wrapped up in your mentality? Are you one who's like, oh, I'm on fire and it's just like nothing stopping me? Maybe you've got a battle in your mind right now. What is it? What are you battling? What conversations keep coming up for you that lead you to a mental war with yourself, not with anybody else? We're not talking about your spouse this morning. You may have had an argument. Put that to a side. That's not the conversation we're having today. We're talking about our own mentality, our own mindset, the words we're telling ourselves between our 2 ears. Are you one who's all about the next step and ready to take aim on what you know to do? Or are you hanging out with your self-doubt? Yeah, your lack of confidence and enthusiasm because of what the rumble under others' breaths are telling you. You know that rumble, don't you? Not only do you tell yourself those horrible things, yeah, you can't do this, you're not good enough, but you just hold on to the anchor of what everybody else tosses out. Well, I was told I can't do this. Oh man, I failed at this. Why would I even think about doing this? What's in it for me? Oh man, my ego. I can't be like that person. Getting real with yourself is the first step to understanding where the hangup is. We all have hangups. We all fail. We also succeed because we fail. And I don't want you to look at today as, oh, it's just another day, Christiane. It's a Monday on a Tuesday, or it's a Monday on a Monday. It's a Monday on a Thursday. Whatever day you're listening to this episode right now, this is a brand new day with new mercies. You get to make a choice. So what if you shift your perspective and focus on what you can do right now? What if you embrace the power of choice and take a step forward, no matter how small it may seem? Just one step, just one. If you find yourself grappling with uncertainty and doubt about your current circumstances, it's time to reevaluate your mindset. It's time to reevaluate the language you're using with yourself. What are those phrases? What do you keep telling yourself? Are you telling yourself good things? Or are you hanging on to the, I'm not good enough. I'll never amount to anything. Yeah, I tried, but it just didn't work. Not just once or twice, but like 20 times. Okay, let me take you back to those 20 times. What did you learn from those 20 times? Have you ever thought about that? Instead of dwelling on what you can't do, let's explore what you can do to pave a new path. That is your kiss. Do what you can now. Create your now. But it's unfortunate that our dreams and goals get tossed aside to make room for complaints and the continuity of excuses. How many times has age played a part in your success? You know, I bet you if your mom told you you can't do that because you're not old enough, the rebellion kid in you was like, oh, I'm going to show her. Right? I mean, come on. Smile a little bit, laugh a little bit. Yeah, because I want you to remember this. Where did money make you more successful? You don't have to have money to be successful. Now, yes, money is helpful, but you don't have to have tons of it. You have to know how to utilize it. You have to know, okay, am I holding on to the money aspect of it? Am I afraid to ask? Maybe you're afraid to put yourself out there. When did an excuse propel you forward? Think about that. Because I know I've been there. And the list goes on, doesn't it? Oh, I'm not good enough. Man, if I only had this certification, if I only would have gotten this degree, man, I could be here. You could live in the should haves, would haves, and could haves, but that's not going to get you moving forward. You, my friend, get to make a choice to move forward. Today, it starts today and every day that you rise up. You get to rise up to the challenge that you are made for more. So what's stopping you? I just want you to think about that. I want you to be honest with yourself. What is stopping you? Is it your ego? Are you that fearful of making another mistake because of what others will say? Maybe what your spouse will say, maybe what your kids will say. Maybe you're afraid to put yourself out there because you seem to be doing it differently. What's wrong with that? You're putting your own spin on what you want to do. Is there anything wrong with that? I mean, let's just pause there for a moment. Look at all the different restaurants out there. How many different hamburger places are there? How many different Mexican restaurants are there? How many different Chinese restaurants are there out there? Sushi, right? Seafood. You can at least name 3 for each of those categories. And probably you can name a lot more because it'd be fast food, sit down. I mean, all the different things. Then like the exclusive luxury, 5-star event type of thing, right? There's thousands upon thousands. So why did McDonald's come about and Wendy's said, well, we can do this. And then you had Sonic come about. And then you had Taco Bell. And then you had, I don't know, what's another one? I just lost another Mexican restaurant. It's taco something, but anyway, it'll come to me later. Doesn't matter. Right? But we have all of these things. Culver's. Now, none of these are supporting this episode. Maybe they should. We're talking about them. Chick-fil-A. Right? All the different restaurants you can go to. Captain D's, Red Lobster, Applebee's, Chili's. Some of them are fast food. Some of them are more dine-in than, grab and go. But now, since COVID, everybody's kind of gotten on the bandwagon. Well, I can just call Uber Eats. I could just have my food delivered right to the door. Are you waiting for your dream to be delivered at your door? When you find an app for that, let me know. Especially if it's one that says, you succeed. You're amazing. Now you don't have to work anymore. Anything worth having takes work. There's a lot of grind to it. But in that grind, I promise you, you can find joy. But you got to create your now in the midst of it. Do what you can do. And once you grab a hold of that excuse of saying, you know what, this is what I've been dealing with, this is what I've been wrestling with, you know what it is, say it out loud. Now, if you've got people around you, maybe you don't want to say it out loud because you might look a little strange, but guess what, say it anyway. They may look over and say, what did you just say? Oh, I'm just listening to this girl. She's talking about mindset and dreams and doing what I'm supposed to do because I'm made for more. Maybe they need to hear it too. Pass it on to them. It's amazing how we can be in the ditches of life and help others if we're willing. And usually when we help others, when we're in that ditch, it turns around and it ends up helping ourselves. Not because we're egotistical brats. It's more so because what comes around goes around. And when you can serve and when you can love from an authentic point of your heart, it changes everything. You were made for more. So rise up every morning and create your now. Make a decision. It doesn't have to be huge. You know, right now, we are revamping the website. And a few days ago, we had a disaster. We did. I tried to log on to do some stuff in the back office. If you're not familiar how websites are done, you know, you see the front side. It's supposed to look all pretty and all of this where you can use it, you know, it's just streamlined and everything. But then you get the back office. And in the back office, that's where you make all the changes. Well, something exploded and it went to an old website. So if you happen to see that old website, you probably giggled a little bit. But I'm here to tell you that's real life. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes things blow up in your face, not literally, figuratively. And sometimes we have to work with what we have. And I was just oh my goodness. I was beside myself. I called my mom, called my husband, called my boys who know all about IT. I contacted anybody and everybody that dealt with the website. I was like, hello. At one point, I had called one group 4 times. You'd think I was a little bit on edge? Of course I was. But then I also said, you know what? If people really want to know, they're going to come back. And the people who already know me, they know that something's just not right, so I'll come back. We didn't lose anything per se. It was an inconvenience. Sometimes in order for us to get to where we want to go, we have to be inconvenienced. We have to hit the grind. We have to make mistakes so we know how to correct them later. It's not about being perfect, but about taking action right where you are. Take aim. Action ignites motivation. That keeps you going. So when you're ready to grab a hold of that excuse wherever you are, whatever you're putting off, I mean, it could be the kids, it could be your spouse, it could be finances, it could be your house, it could be the dog, for goodness sakes. When you acknowledge and say, yeah, this is my problem, then you can take the next step. So how do you begin to create your now? How do you really allow yourself that space to change that mindset? Number 1, you've got to embrace gratitude. Take a moment to reflect on what you already have and express gratitude for the blessings in your life. My website went kapooey. I was like, oh, Lord, please. I just pray everything we have on there is not lost. I know if somebody comes that they'll get a giggle out of it and they'll be like, wow, this is a really old website. Oh, it was old. I mean, there was stuff that was kind of like all smudged. I mean, it kind of looked like a weird artsy thing. And I was looking on it at a big screen and it didn't help me when I looked at my little screen. I was like, this is so weird. I don't like it. But guess what I realized? Even all the way back then when that website was live, I'm still serving the way I'm supposed to serve today, right now. Because this wasn't about me. This has always been about you. Create your now, not my now. This is about you taking what you know you need to do and having the courage to move forward on it. And in order to do that, you've got to embrace gratitude. You've got to see the blessings. Even though they may only be one little one, embrace it. And by shifting your focus to what you're grateful for, you can cultivate this positive mindset that stimulates and empowers you to make bold decisions. You see, when you keep holding on to those excuses saying, I'm not good enough, I just don't have what it takes, what do you think happens? The gray clouds come in and everything gets foggy and you wonder why you don't know how to take that next step. So instead of lamenting and worrying and, about your long hours of work, appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow in your career. Say, yeah, I don't like this, but man, I'm moving mountains and I'm making a difference. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Now, that doesn't mean you don't want to go for more, right? It's okay to say, this is not where I'm stopping, but I can acknowledge where I'm at and I can be grateful for where I'm at. And when you do that, it leads me to number 2, set clear goals. Define your aspirations and establish tangible goals that align with your values and ambitions. Break them down into achievable steps and create a concrete plan to make progress towards them. Let's go back to the website. I was meeting with the team who's working on this for me, and they're an incredible team, by the way. Love them to death. I love their hard work. I love that they're putting up with me because, you see, I have this big dream in my head. And I can see it all. I can see how it moves. I can see the screen and how things show up. But to sit there and try to explain that to someone and then say, I want you to take that vision of mine and give me the bones of it. Well, guess what? They did it. They gave me the bones. And so right now, literally as we speak, I am sitting here tweaking the bones that they gave me and saying, okay, can we do this? Can we make this move here? Can I put this here? Can I add a butterfly that flies? Can I have a picture here? Can I have something that comes up from the back side or the front side? Can I have this line go here? I want it connected. I want it to feel like home. Welcome home. Because my friend, that's what it is. I'm opening up the doors to my heart, to you. Right? I mean, if you watched our TV show, that's what we do at Create Your Now TV. It's welcome home. I invite you into my living room. Yes, it's a studio, but it's in my house. And I decorate it the way I like it. Now, there are some things I put there for a purpose, right? So it shows up good on the screen. I don't always wear like one color because it might be a little bit drab. I try to change up the outfit every once in a while, keep things fresh. I change the decorations. It's Christmas time and we're doing that. We changed to Christmas. I thought about doing Christmas in July. What do you think? Let me know. But you see, you got to set clear goals. And then guess what? You just take the next step. So maybe you're dreaming of starting your own business or changing your business a little bit right now. Outline the specific milestones. Research your target market. Develop a business plan. And then look at how you're going to launch it out there into the world, a marketing strategy. What does it look like? My friend, goals give direction to our dreams. And it makes them a reality. And a lot of times we're just kind of fluttering around. I had this beautiful, beautiful hummingbird come up to the window. I think it was yesterday. And I love hummingbirds. I love butterflies. I love dragonflies. And that's the rule when we're outside, especially with the grandkids now. Our grandkids, they're still small. We got the 3-year-old and then we have the almost 8-month-old little girl. And oh my goodness, so we have rules. And then I have my boys. My girls not so much are an issue, but my boys. And I tell my boys, these are the rules. When you're playing in the pool, I don't care, have fun. Number 1, don't drown. But then the other number 1 is the butterflies, the dragonflies, and the hummingbirds are off limits. That means you got to watch the dogs. I can't bother them. You can't throw a ball at them. Like, they are to live and they are to thrive. Now, I love cardinals too, but cardinals don't hang out around the pool. They're in the tree, so I usually don't have to worry about them as much. But this hummingbird came up to the window, and it was so still for just a moment. Had I blinked, I would have missed it. And then off it went. And I thought, you know what? That's sometimes what happens to us. We need to take that next step. And it happens so fast, it's a blink, and then we have to move next. A lot of times, I think we're hunkered down thinking that the next step's going to take another 2 years. And it may be only 10 minutes that next step is. And then you can celebrate, yes, I did that. But are you willing to take that next step? Goals give direction to our dreams. Are you willing to go that extra mile? And then finally, number 3, cultivate a support system. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift, inspire, and encourage you to pursue your dreams, whatever those dreams are. Seek the guidance of mentors, friends, family members who believe in you. Don't seek them out if they don't believe in you. So if you've got a family member who's kind of like bah humbug, don't tell them what you're doing, because what are they going to do? They're just going to bring you down in the ditch. You don't need that. Tell people only those who are going to support you, who believe in your potential, and they can provide constructive feedback. I did something, oh my goodness, it's been over a decade now, and I didn't tell my mom about it. And then finally I accomplished it, and then I told her. And it had nothing to do that I didn't want to share it with her. I just didn't want to have to answer all the questions. She would have supported me. But you see, I just didn't want to go down the rabbit hole of, well, why are you doing this? Well, what are you going to do with it? Have you thought this through? Is it really does it make sense? Is that really something you should be studying? Now, I don't know that she would have asked me all of those questions, but the thing is this, I didn't have a lot of time. And I needed to make sure to protect my time. And so my children and my spouse knew about it, but not my mom, and I tell my mom everything. And it had nothing to do with her, more so to do with me. So choose wisely. Choose your circle of influence. Connect with like-minded individuals who share your passions and can offer invaluable insights. That's what we're doing here at A.I.M. I am so excited. I wish I could open the doors now, but I can't. Why? Our website is under construction. And that's going to be our home base. And there's going to be some incredible things there. Number 1, Kairos. And you're like, what? Yep, it's a season. It's the right time, right now. That's what Kairos means. And that's going to be something that we offer for everybody. And then it's A.I.M. A.I.M is going to be our group community coaching area where you get to come in and you get to dive deeper with people. You get to dive deeper with me. And then we're going to expand from there. We're looking at doing a mastermind too. We're going to have the simulcast. There's so much happening. But you see, all of that can't happen until we get the first step done. All right, going back to the goals. I've got the framework now. Those raw bones of what I want it to look like. So when you come to the website, you're like, wow. And you feel like you're home. And I want everything there at your fingertips. I want you to be able to log into Kairos and see what your friends are doing and be able to communicate with them. Send them messages. Yeah, no more social media. Whoop, whoop. That's something to celebrate. I'm not one who likes social media. I don't. And what we do here is unique to you. And I want to protect you. I don't want to have all this other stuff going on there. You've got enough bombarded ads coming at you. You got the kids, you got the dogs, you got the cats. You've got, anybody else that's coming to your house, right? Ringing your doorbell. You have all these ding, 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 dings coming off. And I just want you to be able to come and say, I want to talk to this person now. And I can. And I don't have to worry about what's going to come in my feed. Because there's not going to be advertisements. But you can talk to anybody and everybody. It's going to be so cool. I'm so excited, but it takes time to get there. And I'm telling my team, I'm like, can we move a little bit faster? Oh, please, oh, please. And it's exciting. And then the website, right, we open up and we have A.I.M. And A.I.M is the community coaching. That's where you get to come in, you get to learn more, and you get to dive deeper. If you've been watching the TV show, we're talking about the fruit of the Spirit. And we're talking about love and joy and peace. And with all of those, we're going deeper. And guess what? If you're in A.I.M, you get to go deeper. There's going to be books available. It's going to be incredible. There's just things that go on and on and on. The simulcast. Wouldn't it be awesome to come and gather every single month? You don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to pay those outlandish conference fees. Did you know on average it costs $2,000 to travel to a conference now? You got to pay for your lodging. You got to pay for the conference itself. I don't care if it's Christian. I don't care if it's professional, as in it's secular. It really doesn't have a belief, right? It's more like professional development. It costs on average $2,000. You don't have $24,000 just laying around, do you? Most of us don't. So what if that could come to your home every single month and can help you? What if you could gain a small community specific to who you want to hang out with, that you trust and respect? They're doing stuff that you want to do too, or you want to lift them up, right? We want to grab hands, wrap our arms around each other, eventually retreats. I mean, it's endless. It's endless, my friend. But you see, when I say all of that, it still starts with the next step. Your circle should want to see you win. That's the key. Your circle should clap the loudest when you have good news. That's who you want your circle. Your circle of influence, your mentors, your good friends, and you could have good friends online. It's essential to break free from the confines of, you can't stay here, and embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. Because my friend, you can't stay here. You're created for more. Get out of your own head. I know, I've been there. And I've got some incredible people who speak truth to me. And they're like, Christiane, what is taking you so daggum long? And I'm like, it's going to happen in due time. It will, I promise. And I keep working, and then I get down on myself. I'm like, I don't think I want to do this. I mean, I literally was just having this conversation with my good friend a couple days ago. And I was like, I think I'm ready to throw in the towel. She goes, what? She goes, you need to try before you throw in the towel. I'm like, okay, rightfully said. I don't like it that you said it, but I accept it. Practice that gratitude. Set those clear goals so you know what to do next, what you can do now, not what you can't, right? I have limited funds too, right? I'm trying to do things, but I don't have an endless money account that just says, here, you need this, here you go, here you go, here you go. Oh, I wish I did. It'd be nice, wouldn't it be nice to have a money tree, like literally, and make life so much easier, or would it? May actually just dig a deeper hole. Money doesn't answer all your questions. It doesn't give you all that you need. Connect your head to your heart and your heart to your head. Make a decisive movement to say, you know what? The power to choose is within me. So choose to step into your greatness. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. That, my friend, is the journey that you're on to create your now. I know you're strong enough to take the belief torch, and you can borrow it from me because I believe in you. So if you've been kind of whining the last few days or maybe few weeks, this is your time. You can't stay here. It's time to rise up. It's time to move ahead with the one step so you can go and lead miles of greatness for what's to come. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.